It's the Refined Reseller. Thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. You know, the colder it gets, the hotter my eBay sales, and it is cold right now. That's right, it's really cold right here. You know, down here in the South, we really are not used to it. For probably 3 or 4 days, it has gotten below freezing and has stayed there for quite a while. There's ice everywhere, and it's just something that we're not accustomed to. But what I can get accustomed to is the rise in my eBay sales. I'm doing very, very well right now. I'm really hoping for some warm temperatures, and if that happens, which it will very soon, I hope my eBay sales do not go down because right now, again, I'm doing very well. And I'm going to show you some of those sales that I have made over the last few days. In this video, my goal is to show you some categories that I have a lot of success with, also specific items within those categories. Plus, I will show you some categories, some things you probably should stay away from because they take too long to sell and you're just not going to make a high profit margin on them. So let's go ahead and do that. But before we do, please take the time to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post future videos. Let's start off with an item I'm kind of getting away from. I'm talking about shoes. This is a really cool pair of running shoes that I bought. They were very loud, orange, yellow, green. I listed them for $54.99, put them on sale for $38.49, and took a best offer of $34.64. Here's another pair. These are actually Biofit Diabetic Orthopedic shoes. Again, I had these listed for $49.99, ended up taking $26 for them because I had them for quite some time. I have sold some diabetic shoes in the past. They just take a little time to sell. Again, I'm kind of getting away from shoes and clothing. Here is a Brioni tie. This is something I'm not getting away from, especially the real high-end ones. I had this listed for $49.99, took a best offer of $30. I sold a number of these ties. I actually sold one for $125. And here are some ties that are not really high-end designer brands. I bought these in a lot with all of the high designer brands that I bought, and I just got rid of these. I put them in a lot. I had them listed for $59.99, put them on sale for $41.99, and took a best offer of $30 because I had made my money over and over and over again, and I just wanted to get rid of these. Here is a BRK carbon monoxide alarm detector. There is a lot of 6 of these in this box. Had them listed for $29.99, took a best offer of $24. I think I bought about 7 cases of these, and this is the second case that I have sold. Then I sold this CommScope locking terminator brass pack of 50. I really don't know anything about this except for it is used to install cable for your TV, and I sold these for $16.09. Bought about 300 very similar items in a bulk buy. I bought this along with those. This is a pack of Arrow round crown steel staples. Sold these for $17.49. I think I have 20 boxes of these. Then I sold this. This is Donkey Kong going back to the 1980s. Really cool, 1982. It's a vintage game. Bought this at an estate sale, and I sold it for $29.99. I also have a Pac-Man game that I haven't sold. I have got some offers on it, but I'm kind of holding out for a really good price. This is an AeroProp constant speed propello service instruction manual. Bought this in a lot with very similar items such as this. This was from 1943 and it sold for $20. Here is another similar book from 1943 as well, and this one sold for $13.99. Then I saw this Dynamo soccer ball. This is from the Houston Professional League, the Dynamo. It was signed by all of the players from 2013. Had it listed for $69.99 and sold it for $48.99. Then I sold this bowl. It's from the Epoch collection. I've sold a number of these. I bought a whole set, and I sold this one for $17.49. Then I saw this bottle of Estee Lauder Sport Fragrance. I had it listed for $99.99. I actually bought two of these at a garage sale. I paid $3 for each of them, and I sold this one for $69.99 because, again, I only paid $3 for it, and I have another one exactly like it. So this one did sell. Hopefully, the other one will as well. Then I sold this Funko Pop. This is Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, number 12. It sold for $24.99. I have sold a number of these. I always look out for them. But when I bought this one, the lady had about 15 others, and I went through every one of them. I checked out completed listings on eBay, and this was the only one that was worth more than $9, so I bought it. This is a lot of Folk Art Extreme Glitter water-based paint. It's a lot of 10 bottles. They're really small. I had them for $69.99, had them for quite some time, bought them in a lot with a bunch of other stuff. I already made my money back, so I decided to take a best offer of $30. Then I saw this Live to Ride Harley Davidson gas cap. Had it listed for $39.99, put it on sale, and ended up taking a best offer of $25. Harley Davidson. I've got some Harley Davidson boots, women and men's, that just have not sold. For some reason, my Harley Davidson products have slowed down, so I'm not going to automatically just buy them from now on. I'm going to take a look at what they are and make sure that they do sell in a timely manner. Then I saw these two books. This is by Kevin Aucoin. He was probably the most famous makeup artist back in the 90s, early 2000s. He is actually from my hometown. My sister went to high school with him. This lot right here, it's two of his books, Making Faces and Face Forward. I picked them up for $1 a piece, and I just sold them for $19.99. Then this is the second one of these Marlboro vintage fitted sheets that I sold, and I sold these for $21. Then I sold this Kohler soap dispenser. I have three of these that I bought at a garage sale. Had them listed for $59.99, put them on sale for $41.99, and ended up selling them for $37.79, or selling it for that price, and I have two others remaining. Then I sold this Mickey Mouse coffee mug for $9.99. I sold this Pug Pillow for only $9. I thought it was worth more than it is, but I bought it because, people love their animals. They love their dogs. They love their cats. And anytime you can find something like this, it usually sells. Pugs are a good seller, so keep an eye out for them. Then I sold this Robert Graham men's long sleeve shirt. And here's why I'm getting away from selling clothing. This is Robert Graham. I mean, his shirts are very expensive. This shirt probably costs more than $100. I had it listed for $39.99, put it on sale for $27.99, and sold it for $20. I bought it at Goodwill for $6, and it stayed in my inventory for a long time. It really was not worth selling, so I'm getting away from clothing. And here's another one, a perfect example. Patagonia hemp shirt. It's organic. Bought it at Goodwill for $6. Had it listed for $39.99 and ended up taking $20 for it. And it took more than a year to sell. This is a Finlandia Vodka Bar Mat. I bought a bunch of these on a sale that I went on. And I took $13.99 for it. I probably bought about 50 of these. I've sold maybe 20 of them. And what I didn't know is that wine distributors, liquor distributors, beer distributors, they actually give these to the bars for free. So they're really not that valuable. I probably would not buy them if I had to do it all over again. This is a Beauty Control Spa Gel Neck Wrap. Bought three of these at a garage sale. Ended up selling it for $10.49. Beauty Control does sell, so keep an eye out for Beauty Control products. This is a Cricut cartridge. Bought about 10 of these at a garage sale along with the machine, and I sold this one for $12.99. Here is a Super Bowl 36 New England Patriots cap by Reebok. I bought, I think, 5 of these different years, but all Patriots, and I sold this one for $19.99. And this is a Scholastic Phonics reading program, steps 1 through 5 CDs and workbooks. I ended up getting $49.99 for it. I paid $20 for it, so I did okay with it. But keep an eye out for homeschool books and books like this. They do sell, with what's going on right now. People are having to stay home and maybe teach their kids because they're not going to school, at least in some states and some cities they are not. So keep a lookout for homeschool products. Now I'm going to show you some items I sell almost every day, but before I do, if you've learned something from watching this video, maybe you've seen something that you may not have thought about buying, but now you will because you see that I have sold it and you can too. Please take the time to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you'd like to buy some items that you're seeing, similar items, you can go to my eBay store. It is definitely a maybe. You can spell it all in one word or 3 different words, definitely a maybe, or you can check out my eBay seller name. It is Roarman. So let me show you the items that I sell almost every day. So let's start with record albums. I sold this record album for $198.50. It is a MSFL, that stands for Mobile Sound Fidelity Lab. It's a specially recorded album. I put it on auction and I got 4 bids and sold it for almost $200. I bought it along with a bunch of other record albums at a garage sale. I spent $300 at the garage sale and I almost made my money back on just one album. Here's another one I sold. This is a specially recorded album as well. This is a UK press import of the Beatles' White Album. Had it listed for $99.99 and took a best offer of $75. Here is a half-speed master recording, again, specially recorded. It is Weather Report. It's titled Heavy Weather, and it sold for $59.99. I also had the same album, but it was not a half-speed master recording, and I sold that one for $15. Then I sold this John Coltrane quartet, plays Chim Chim Cheree, Songs of Praise, Nature Boy, and Brasilia, and it sold for $52.99. I have done well with John Coltrane records, so if you ever come across these, pick them up. Then I sold this. This is Dire Straits. This is a Japan import, a specially recorded album as well, and it sold for $40. I then sold the Pretenders. This is a super disc recording, a Nautilus super disc. It sold for $39.99. Then I sold this Bruce Springsteen album. It is Born to Run. It is a half-speed mastered recording. It sold for $30.30. Now again, these are all specially recorded albums. They are not that common, so keep an eye out for these. They will sell, and they will sell at a good price. This is just a regular album, as you can see, nothing special to it, but it is Alex Chilton. I have no idea who that is. He's kind of obscure, but it sold for $19.99. Now, let's get into some model airplanes that I bought. If you remember, I bought 600 of these from a friend of mine who was moving. If you'd like to check out that video, just click the link right above and it'll take you right to that video. But again, I bought 600 of these. I have already made my money back. It took me to sell, let's see, 15 of these, and I made my money back. And I'm just going to go through these. I'm going to go rather quick, but I want you to take a look as to what to keep an eye out for. This one sold for $34.99. Here's one that sold for $25.50. I put these 4 together because they were by the same manufacturer. Hasegawa, I think is how you say it. They sold for $23. I sold this one for $23 as well. I took a best offer of $20 on this one. This is a snap tight. You don't have to glue it together. It just snaps together, so it's a lot easier. This would probably have been the one that I would bought because it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of patience. You just snap it together. This one sold for $19.99. This one sold for $15. This one sold for $14. This is a plane in a bag. It's really pretty small, but they do sell. I think I have about 30 of these, and this one sold for $14.99. Here's another one that sold for $14.99 as well, and yet another one, $14.99. As a matter of fact, the same person bought all 3 of these, so of course I gave him a shipping discount, and as you can see, back in the day, I think this was probably 1969, it sold for $1.
This one sold for $15. Here's an F-84 Thunder Chief. It sold for $15 as well. This is another plane in a bag that sold for $14.99. Another one that sold for $13.49. And yet another one, $12. I mean, again, I sold a lot of these. Another one for $12. This one sold for $11. It is an assault glider. And here is one that sold for $8. This is the cheapest I have sold one for. This one had some issues with the box. I don't know if it was mold or not, but it was old, and it ended up selling for $8. Now let's talk about some DVDs. I bought a lot of DVDs from the BBC network over in England. And I just want to show you some of them and some similar ones. This one sold for $29.99. Here's one that sold for $29.99 as well. This is the Criterion Collection, some really offbeat independent films. Keep an eye out for those. Here's one as well. This is called The Naked Prey, and again, it is the Criterion Collection, and it sold for $21.99. This is the Mary Tyler Moore Show. It's the 6th season, brand new, sealed, $15.99. This is Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia. Had it listed for $19.99. Took a best offer of $16. This, again, the Criterion Collection, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, Some Like It Hot, a famous movie. It sold for $17. This is Aliens versus Predator and Aliens versus Predator Requiem. It's a double feature. Sold for $12.99, brand new in the sealed box. This is pretty cool. This is called Mr. Lonely. It's a comedy, and it's kind of like a satire of Michael Jackson and Marilyn Monroe. It sold for $15, and I think this is the last one I have. This is the Evelyn Waugh Collection, A Handful of Dust and Scoop. 2 movies in this one DVD. It sold for $9.99.
So 60 items I recently sold during this cold snap when things were just super cold. Things were kind of shut down, but my eBay sales were hot, and I hope yours were too. If you learned something from watching this video, please take the time to like it, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell because I'm going to be posting more videos very similar to this. As always, this is the refined reseller saying, do like me, buy low, sell high. Good sourcing, good selling, and I'll see you next time.